Alright, I'm getting ready to give my speech and show you my audience is here. Alright. 22. What's that number mean to you? To me, it's a personal number, and it's not the number to my favorite athlete. 22 is the number of veterans that commit suicide every day. When you add that number up per 100,000 people, it comes out to 30 veterans compared to 14. According to a recent CNN report, that's a veteran suicide every 65 minutes, which means that 20 minutes ago, a veteran lost his life. By the time I get home tonight, another one will lose his life. This topic is very personal to me. I've lost a good friend to suicide who was a veteran, and I've battled with it and the thoughts myself. 3 years ago today was the day that I decided I was going to end my life. I was working at the corporate office, and things just weren't going well. So I got out of the car, and I put my bag on, just like this, and I walked down the street. I waited for a green light, and as I was stepping off the curb to jump in front of a truck, a police officer grabbed me and pulled me back. It was a police officer that I had made friends with over the years. He himself was a veteran. He himself fought with suicidal thoughts. He called my supervisor, he put me in his car, and we talked for hours. The situation was grim, but without him, I wouldn't be here giving this speech today. We need to fix this, and it's going to take all of us. Veterans deal with things that civilians have never seen. Veterans deal with things and see things that we could never even imagine. The VA is backlogged. I myself have waited for 4 years to get a VA appointment, and now I'm still waiting, but I'm on the list and I've moved up. So that's what it takes the civilians. It takes us to help. However, not everybody knows what the signs and symptoms are that somebody is about to commit suicide. Some of the signs that veterans have been known to show are feeling numb, going through emotions, just kind of not there but there. Giving away personal items, and I'm not talking about little things, maybe a baseball card collection, a valuable firearm that's been handed down, family heirlooms, things like that. Social media is another big one. When you have somebody who posts to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram all the time, and then all of a sudden they stop posting, somebody needs to be checking on that veteran. Or that person. That goes for civilians as well. When the posting stops is when most people will do the deed or commit the suicide. In my friend's case, it was 3 days after he stopped posting on Facebook. Somebody called to check on him, and it was already too late. So we know the signs, and we know what we need to look for. But as civilians, family members, veterans, we need to know what to do. If you have a veteran working for you, or in your family, or you're friends with a veteran, or even just anybody, and they start to not act like themselves, they start to maybe act angry, depressed, you need to talk to them. And it doesn't have to be hound them, ask them, hey, you okay? Call them into your office, go out to lunch with them, stop them in the hall, give them a phone call, a text, just make sure they're okay. Let them know that you're there for them if they need it. Another thing is never judge a veteran. These men and women are dealing with social issues coming home, nightmares, flashbacks, depression. Judging them just reinforces what they're already feeling, that they're not welcome, they're not wanted, they're not appreciated. And judging a veteran will further the thoughts of suicide. And if we look at what the future might be if the 22 a day is not curbed, reduced, or even stopped, we'll have a weaker military, a weaker national security. We have young people today not wanting to join the military because they see our soldiers coming home missing limbs, brain injuries, not being able to function in society, and they don't want that. But we also have the veteran coming home, and it's a rejoiceful time. The kids are happy, the spouses are happy, the families are happy, but it's becoming short-lived. Your time of rejoice becomes a time of sorrow and heartache, because within 6 months is the average time for a veteran to commit suicide after coming home. And it doesn't matter if it's coming home from war or transitioning back to the civilian world. It's about 6 months to a year, and instead of hugs and kisses, you're attending a funeral. And that's something that no child or spouse should ever have to deal with. And we also need to look at the economic effect. Generally, the veterans are the breadwinners of the household. So if they're committing suicide, all their benefits will cease. So that spouse is now having to take care of everything. Foreclosures can go up, bankruptcies can go up, bank charge-offs can go up, welfare will increase or can increase. So the ramifications of not stopping or helping prevent veteran suicide is great. But we have the tools, we know what to look for, but if you're still not sure, maketheconnection.com. It is a site designed for civilians, coworkers, family, and even other veterans that you can go to and call them, chat with them, email them, and they will tell you how to help somebody who you think is wanting to commit suicide. They will guide you through the process. They will send somebody to help you if you need it. Don't be afraid to use that tool. With the VA backlog, it's very hard for these veterans to get the help that they need, so they need each and every one of us to let them know that they're not alone, they're okay, we can get through this together. As a country, we are free. We're the land of the free because of the brave. So as a whole, it's time for us to make our brave free again from the emotional demons and issues that they're fighting. Thank you.